All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, or Staten Island, my homeborough, Brooklyn. Back at another video, and yesterday there was a very fiery, intense debate on First Take between, New York radio legend Chris Mad Dog Russo and overly confrontational, toxic liberal, retired NBA sharpshooter JJ Redick, who's built up quite the cult of personality for himself, you know, amongst basketball fans for being the analyst for keeping it real. He's the only analyst on ESPN that keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? He stands up for the former players. He ain't scared to check Stephen A. Smith, and there were times where he checked Stephen A. and it was kind of funny. But JJ Redick, he's not a good fit on First Take. Okay, he's not a good fit on First Take. He should stay. He should stick with doing NBA Today and doing his own little podcast. He's not a good little fit on First Take because on all the I don't even watch JJ Redick when they're on it, when he's on anymore. I mean, I watched this one, but I kind of like half paid attention to it. Half paid attention to it, because JJ Redick to me, he's kind of overly confrontational. Like when anybody disagrees with him, he looks like he's ready to fight somebody. He gets ticked off too easily. That's just how I view it. I'm definitely not going to watch now after seeing what he did to Chris Russo. JJ Redick was basically, in a roundabout way, accusing Chris Russo of being a racist. And now you got all these liberal idiots out here calling Chris Russo a racist. All these dumbasses like Damian Woody and Snuffleupagus, a.k.a. Kendrick Perkins, praising J.J. Redick for punking Chris Russo and checking him. And, of course, the dumbass Draymond Green, which is what they were arguing about, which is what Chris Russo and J.J. Redick were arguing over anyway. But let's get into this. J.J. Redick gets emotional when Chris Russo tells Draymond Green to shut up and play. Just when sports talk started to become fun again with Chris Russo and Stephen A. Smith duking it on Wednesday, J.J. Redick had to ruin it. He really did. Tuesday night, Warriors forward Draymond Green flipped off a group of Grizzlies fans who booed him after the ball player elbowed him in the eye. Quoting Draymond Green, boo somebody who gets elbowed in the eye and is bleeding, and you should get flipped off, Green said during his post-game presser. Green added that he happily take a fine for his actions because he makes $25 million a year. Yeah, see, here's my problem with this, Draymond. You went out of your way in Game 1 to antagonize the Memphis Grizzlies fans. Okay, you fouled one of their guys. It wasn't a flagrant 2 foul. I don't think it was a flagrant 2, but but you fouled one of their guys, and then you ran around the arena like a jackass, antagonizing the Memphis fans. Okay, and everybody knows this. Okay, everybody knows this. When you antagonize the fans, from that point on, anything that bad that happens to you, the fans are gonna cheer. If you get kicked out of a game, they're gonna cheer. If you get injured, they're gonna cheer. That just happens. Okay, that's what happened before in sports. For example, in 1999, Michael Irvin and the Cowboys went to play the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, and Lord knows how nasty the Philadelphia fans are. Michael Irvin got injured on a play and was laying on the field, damn near paralyzed, and the Eagles fans cheered for it. So fans cheer for player injuries, for opposing players getting injured before. Okay, so I don't know what you're getting all bitchy for, Draymond. And what started out as a lighthearted back and forth, Russo laid into Green. He's hard to root for, Russo says. Just shut up and play, will you please? America's tired of Draymond Green. I deal with him constantly. While Smith laughed at Russo's patented fury, the comments turned red, whiny, and emotional. Yeah, when Chris Russo said, shut up and play, basically, he was saying, Chris Russo, I understood what he was saying. Stephen A. Smith understood what he was saying. Molly Karam even understood what Chris Russo was saying. He wasn't, saying there was no racial undertone what Chris Russo was saying when he told Draymond shut up and play. But because JJ Redick's a toxic liberal, and I think he's starting to, smell his own, inhale his own fumes a little bit. All these people praising JJ Redick for keeping it real for the players. I think that's getting to his head a little bit. So that's why he wanted to attack Chris Russo for no reason. Look at this dumbass shit. JJ Redick, one of the only respectable people at ESPN. Well, maybe to you, but not to me. He lost a lot of my respect after this. I want to take a little umbrage with his shut up and play because that has some sort of connotations that the shut up and dribble crowd has towards athletes, and I have a real problem with that. Specifically, Draymond, the idea that America's tired of him, Redick said. Let's read that again. Because that has the same sort of connotations that shut up and dribble crowd has toward athletes. It really doesn't. When Laura Ingraham told LeBron James to shut up and dribble, the reason she said that to LeBron because LeBron James was speaking on politics, and he's clearly not informed of politics at all. Clearly isn't. So he was speaking on something without being informed on it. That's why Lord Ingram told him to shut up and dribble. When Chris Russo told Draymond to shut up and play, he's basically saying stop bitching, and complaining. You went out of your way to antagonize the Memphis fans, so they're gonna boo you from now on. For anything you do, you get ejected, get injured, they're gonna cheer you. If you hit a 3-point shot, they're gonna boo you. Okay, that's just what's gonna happen. I don't appreciate the undertone Redick said while looking in Russo's eyes. What undertone? Get over yourself, JJ. Even Stephen A. Smith, no stranger to opportunistic outrage, called Redick out for trying to disparage Russo's comment as dog whistling. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. That was the most funny thing about that whole thing. Stephen A. Smith had to defuse the situation. Stephen A. Smith had to tell JJ, calm down, bro. You're a little out of pocket. Which JJ was. He was completely out of pocket, and he owes Chris Russo an apology. Because now you have a whole bunch of idiot liberals who watch the NBA that when they listen to Chris Russo, they're going to think he's a racist, when Chris Russo really is not a racist at all. Quote Stephen A. Smith, let's calm down because I'm glad you pointed out, JJ, that it's not a race thing because doggy is not, Smith said. Okay, quote Stephen A. Smith, you do have old school fans that lament the fact that you got a lot of folks out there that are just saying enough already like he does. Now people like me and you, we think differently. There's a whole bunch I encounter all the time. There's a whole bunch of Mad Dog Russo running around. I'm here to tell you right now. And unfortunately, there's a reward in that. Both Redick and Russo are now trending on Twitter with blue checks declaring Redick one of them, while calling Russo an angry old white man. Yeah, all these idiots, Kendrick Perkins and Damian Woody. I even saw this idiot liberal black woman, surprise, surprise, said thank you, JJ Redick, for standing up for the humanity of a black NBA player. Like, are you kidding me? You're thinking for standing up for the humanity of a black player? These people are such fucking clowns. And then, of course, that idiot Jamel Hill gave her 2 cents. Hey, Jamel Hill, what happened to that show that you and Kerry Chevy had? What happened to that shit, huh? Last time I heard about Jamel Hill, she had a show on CNN Plus. And now CNN Plus just folded after being in a month in existence. Jamel Hill just needs to shut the fuck up. Russo didn't offend Redick. Rather, Redick seized an opportunity to rise up the ranks at ESPN and throw cold water on Russo's momentum by turning the press against him. Really did. This is why sports talk can't be fun anymore. Whenever someone pokes fun at an athlete, there's always some virtue signaling weasel like JJ Redick there to ruin it. Yeah, once again, JJ Redick was completely wrong. And he also said something like, after Stephen A. Smith called JJ Redick out on making those racial or trying to allude to Chris Russo being a racist, JJ Redick tried to backpedal and said, it's not a race thing. But the way you talk about athletes, that's how the Fox News guys talk about athletes that way. So it's not a race thing, JJ, but you just compare Chris Russo's comments to the comments that Fox News guys make about athletes. And we know how you toxic liberals view Fox News athletes. So what are you saying about Chris Russo? Just say what you wanted to say. JJ Redick, the Mr. Keep It Real, why didn't he just say what he wanted to say? Just call Chris Russo racist. You clearly think that, so just say it. JJ Redick was completely in the wrong here, and he owes Mad Dog Russo an apology. Once again, Mike Francesca and Chris Mad Dog Russo started sports talk radio. They really did. They kind of paved the way for Stephen A. Smith and all these broadcasters have their own radio shows. Dan Patrick and so on and so forth. Colin Cowherd. That's why I think Stephen A. Smith has such high respect for Mad Dog Russo. That's why I think he wanted to work with Mad Dog Russo, because Stephen A. probably looked up to Mad Dog Russo when getting into the sports business. Because, of course, Mad Dog Russo is older than Stephen A. Smith. But, JJ Redick was completely wrong here, and he owes Chris Russo an apology. And personally, after this, I'm done with him on First Take. I mean, I was already kind of tuning him out anyway, but I'm really done with him on First Take. I know. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think JJ Redick owes Chris Russo an apology? If not, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Click the like button, subscribe, help a young brother grow on YouTube. I'm going to see you all.